Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Jai Ma. Jai Ma. Sabko Jai Ma. Okay. This is Ravindra Kumar Singh. He writes, Hari Om and Om Ma. Swamiji, please tell us about some stories related to Ma. Your narration will make it profound. In fact, you should make a series of the stories related to Ma. Jai Ma. Oh my God. I have narrated all this several times. And like I have said, it's all in my book also. Lots of different experiences of people with Ma. And lots of different stories I have narrated, and even in my earlier videos, the question answer series or something on my journey, I have talked about a lot of things about Ma, my own incidents I have mentioned, because I can talk about my own thing, not about others. I don't want to be, saying anything because it's mentioned everywhere. So I can tell you a few stories again about me, and it's like I'm not narrating it for the first time. I have spoken about this earlier also. But since you are asking, I can't create new stories, right? So I'll talk about myself. Since birth, like all of you know, since my birth, I have been associated with Ma. My parents were very old devotees of Ma. Before I was born, my parents were devotees of Ma. And my birth then took place, that my father and mother used to take me to Ma regularly. But I was too young to understand anything. I didn't understand who Ma was. Obviously, nobody understands even today. But that time I just didn't know what this was all about. I used to see a lot of crowd, stampede of people and all that I used to see. And she used to distribute mithai to people, and that was very interesting for me. So that was about it, So my father would take me there and I would say, okay, fine, like we are going to Ma. That's it. And I was very young. But kya hai, Ma's drishti was on me, which I came to know much later. At that point of time, obviously, I was too young and too naive to understand anything, right? And I used to do different funny things, when I was young, when I was a child or when I was very young. So one day what happened is I just turned 13, okay? When I turned from 12 to 13. So it's like you become a teenager now. So I was very interested in doing makeup. So I took this, those days when I was 13, we never used to get all these sophisticated makeup that is available today in the market, Hardly we got one pencil which you could do as a liner, eyeliner. But that too, we had to rub for hours on end for the even pencil to show as a liner. So I went and bought that pencil. I was very excited that I'm going to be doing makeup, and that eye pencil I'm going to apply and then go to Ma. So I stood in front of the mirror for an hour and I was rubbing the pencil. Finally, the result was only I could see that there was one little black line, which only I could see, nobody else could see. So I was very happy. Okay, I've done the liner and I've turned 13. So now I'm eligible for all this. Then my father takes me to Ma. So I sat in the crowd and I had glasses right from young age, but I never used to wear glasses thinking that my beauty would be less if I wear glasses. So I never wore glasses. And when I went to Ma, I would not go right in the front. I would sit right at the back, Never pushed my way in front. So I was sitting. And Ma was on her chowki, and there was this huge crowd, in the hall. And I was one of the backbenchers. From there, Ma says, "Acha, aaj to wo filmon wali aankhein karke aayi ho. You've done those film, where you do eyeliner in movies and all that. You've done those movie kind of eyeliner, makeup, and you've come." Now, those days I was just 13. I wasn't even in the movies. But obviously, Ma knew what I was going to do next, So I'm wondering that somebody must be sitting behind me with those, with that kind of makeup or something. So I'm turning around to see who is Ma talking about, And then these people who were sitting behind me, they started pushing me and nudging me from the back and saying, Ma is telling you, Ma is telling you. What have you done? Show, show, show. It was going. I said, oh my God. I said, how did she see that eye pencil that I applied? She was far away on that chowki and I'm far away. And quickly I took my dupatta because I was wearing a salwar kurta. I took my dupatta and started wiping. Quickly. I said, let's wipe the eyeliner. And I said, oh my God, what has Ma done, you know? So she's saying, acha, aaj to tum wo filmo wali aankein karke aayi ho. And in front of so many people. What was the idea of doing all that? Every time I did something, Ma would crush my ego. You know, we feel that we're looking great, you know, we are looking so good, you know, etc. She would make sure that you did not feel that ahankar, that pride that I'm somebody great or, you know, I'm looking so good or something like that. And she would crush the ego. And that was the exercise she was doing constantly with me. This was one of those incidents. One day, what happened, my mother was very fond of doing my hair, okay? I had very long, thick hair. So she was very fond of doing different styles on my hair. So she took my hair one day and she took a false bun, you know, like a juda. And she put it there and wrapped my hair around it and put some pins and made a nice big bun for me. And where was I going? To Ma? With my father. I was going to Ma. I went there. Again, backbencher. I was sitting right at the back. And Ma comes walking from the chowki where she was sitting. This huge crowd again. And she comes walking towards me. And I said, oh my God, now she's coming. Now again something up to, you know, she'll do something to me. So I looked down, you know, because I didn't want to face her. That what have I done today? That she's come to me. She walked right up to me, got hold of my bun and started shaking it. And she says, ye kya hai? What is this? And I was looking down, almost tears coming into my eyes because there's so many people around. She's saying this to me. And again, crushing my ego. So my father was very embarrassed. He said, Ma, ये उसकी माँ ने ऐसे बाल उसके लेके ऐसे तो she says, नहीं. She got hold of the bun and she said, ये तो नकली है. This is false because that bun was inside. I said, oh my God. I said, again, she's done it. And I had tears rolling down. And then later I told my father, I'm not going to Ma anymore. Because every time I go, she does something like this. And she says something in front of people and embarrasses me so much, you know, because I didn't understand anything at that point of time. So these are the two incidents I remembered right now. And so I've narrated them to you, you know. Maybe in the next video, because I do have a question from someone, which I've already jotted down, again about talking about Ma stories, I think. Just hold on, let me just check. Yeah, re-narrate instances of Ma's grace. It would help when we are bogged down. Just imagine what would have been the impact on seekers here. Yeah, that is later that I'll talk about. So again, it's narration. So narration, I'll give some more stories in the next episode. So for now, because I can't extend videos too much, you know, and so talking like this is a lot of extension because I can go on talking whole day, whole night about Ma, you know, all different stories I can tell you, but we don't have that kind of time, you know, on YouTube. So that's all for now. And thank you, Jai Ma. I'll see you next time.